and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
Brought to you by Sand Hills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody. We are back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. If you're watching the live stream right now, AD is in Orlando at the PGA golf conferences, seminars. He is doing a live look right now of the PGA there. Can you hear us, AD?
Yes, I can. Actually, it's hard to hear you because it's so. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. You're live.
Well, it's so sunny out. It makes me hard to hear.
As we just lose every listener. Thanks, AD. Well done.
No, fellas, I'm gonna tell you. You can see the big sign right there. It's well, there's a bus now that came in front of me, but behind me,
AD. Not worth it.
You can see the big PGA show sign right there. You know what's been really cool though, guys? You know, all joking aside, was to see my son in action. You know, I walked up to the when the trade show and see the big. It's basically an Under Armour store inside this place. There's I think 8,000, 9,000 booths in this place, and it's just anything. All because us three particular are golf fanatics. We had Jake in there too. I mean, you kind of look at the round.
This is inside access right there.
Yeah. And I'm gonna walk inside the trade booth. Obviously, we'll get back to other things, but anybody that loves anything about golf. Hey man, now this is an awesome outfit. John, how you doing? You're actually on the radio from New York.
Very nice.
I love that outfit, man. You bet, brother. You too.
Out in USA. Have you AD? Have you seen Club Pro Guy? Rumor is he's down there giving instructional seminars, 10 reasons why you should not get involved with the game of golf.
I have not heard if he is here yet or here. Because like I said, guys, this would be like equivalent. They said that this place is like football fields long. So, I mean, anything that's even close to the game of golf, you're gonna see it on there. What's happening, my man? Hey, sir, how long is this place? You got my man right here. How long is this place here?
This place is a lot. We come from the A within the D.
Wow.
Yeah.
So awfully long.
Yeah.
And I like your haircut. It's like mine.
Same like
My man. That black don't crack.
Okay. So AD, did you steal the Wanamaker trophy this morning?
Yes, I did. In fact, I'm going to pick you guys right up here.
Uh-oh.
No, he's not. He's not going to take us.
We might have
right
lost AD being in that.
We lost AD being in that football field.
In that football field,
long,
it's probably made of steel, and the reception is.
Yeah. Oh, he's back.
He might be back. He might be back.
See, I tried to push the reverse button so you can flip the camera view, but you can't do that here. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So, guys, here, quick look. There's the trophies right there.
All right, there it is, the Wanamaker.
Where's
the PGA Championship going to be held at this year? I forgot the name of the course.
It's going to be in Oklahoma, I believe. PGA Championship is in Oklahoma this year? Yes. Oklahoma. Yeah, appreciate you, man. Oklahoma this year. So that's where it'll be at. And the thing about it, you guys, for that trophy, now you notice you can take a picture with it. You can take a picture. The guys over there taking a picture with it now. But you have to take your name tag off. You can't have your name tag anywhere near the trophy. Especially when you're in a 25 handicap like me. They're not going to allow that crap.
Why do you think that is?
Well, I think it's a press. I'm just kind of keeping you guys so you can see the view. It's a prestige thing. And they are very careful what they allow around those trophies. Because you think about it, something as sacred as, well, in the game of golf at least, something that's sacred. You're not going to allow just anybody to be slapping their name on it when those guys' names are engraved on it. You know, so you guys can see.
If you want to run up and slap my name tag on it real quick, take a picture. We'll see how quick you can get kicked out of there.
Well, I'll be calling you from Broward County Jail. But you can see
80 won't be on the show tomorrow. Jeez.
See both ways, just, and I mean, it is just anything and everything that you can think of golf. And I'll walk you guys right in front of the Under Armour store real fast, and then I'll Uber back to my hotel because I basically seen my son, seen the things I wanted to see. But there is just, I mean, anything you can think of in the game of golf, they have here.
That's nice.
I mean,
is this open to the public, AD?
No.
Okay. I was gonna say,
no,
man.
But there are literally people in booths from all over the world. Wow. I mean, from anything from range finders to hats to I was just meeting with these guys over here though at Chuco Golf, and they're kind of like these guys are kind of like the Bad Birdie. You can kind of see their gear right there, which is awesome gear.
AD's got the wallet out.
Yeah.
What's that? Well, they gave me a few discount codes already, so I told them I appreciate that, and I'll talk about it on the radio.
Surprise.
Well, of course, you got the Shark. You got Greg Norman stuff right there. You can see his stuff that's right over there as well. And then Keenan's store is pretty awesome. It's right here. The Under Armour store right
I'm surprised they let Greg Norman have a store in there.
What's that?
I'm surprised they let Greg Norman have a store in there.
Yeah. So you can kind of see the Under Armour places right there. Keenan's back there in meetings right now, wheeling and dealing, and it's just really cool. So this is their store. You can kind of see the setup of it, etc.
That's awesome.
Very nice.
So he's got reps from all over the country as well. There's one from the Caribbean, Kansas, Pennsylvania, California, a few other spots. But yeah, anything and everything golf, man. It's just, and it blows you away how much goes into it. So guys like us that are just, they just absolutely love it. Of course, we're gonna look at it a little differently, but no, man, that's kind of the scope of this place, and it goes. I mean, mine point down this way.
AD, we got a text from Eric that says, AD, I could use a rangefinder if you could grab me one. Thanks in advance.
Hey, you know what? Because what's his name?
Eric.
You know what? I tell you what, if I come across your excellent, because my son will be because he asked, and it's only going to be a one only. Someone might be able to hook him up with that.
Okay, you might be able to be hooked up with that.
Yep.
So, somebody says, I used to be a PGA pro. That convention is absolutely amazing. Things exist that you would never even think of and probably never use.
Yeah. Who is that?
We don't know. It's unnamed texter, but he used to be a PGA pro.
Tell unnamed texter he is on point. I mean, it is seriously, guys. It's so much to take in. It is so much to take in. I mean,
somebody asked, AD, you got Venmo?
I absolutely do. So right here, you got an area to where every 45 minutes there'll be like a plenary session, like a quick talk session where somebody will come and give talks. And the PGA, David Hannes, who brought me in, wants to bring me back, which is good because the PGA professionals, they asked him, would you think he'd be willing to come to all these states and speak? I'm thinking, yeah.
How about that?
Yeah, I was like, yeah.
AD, you're going to be on the show very much.
Yeah, where's the buy-in?
Yeah, exactly. Where's the buy-in? Team player. To give a little context for the listeners, whenever AD goes on these talks, I always go look at him and Raff, and I go, all right, look at AD, and then I look at Raff, and I go, man, is AD even bought into us? Is
he committed?
and then when I sent him the stream link this morning, I put on there, here's the stream link for whenever you decide to be a team player. So if he's going to all 50 states, that's 49 days that he's not going to be here.
Shouldn't he have to test with them?
These are my radio mates. They're teasing me about being bought in to being on the radio. Would you want to be on the radio, or would you want to be here at the PGA?
I'd rather be here.
At the PGA. And she's selling a ton of stuff.
Well, we'd rather be here too.
You bet.
We'd rather be there too.
Yes, please. What's that?
see these folding boards?
No, you guys watch this folding board. Watch this. This is Amy, and she is with the Sword Design and Custom Woodworking. Watch her fold this shirt.
Yeah, they fold the
This is how you
shirt.
practice your shirt. Watch this.
Fold it up and you flip.
And they come out nice and
Oh
flat.
yeah, that's how they get it perfect
Oh
in the
my
store.
That's beautiful.
$30 and I've got them here.
This is awesome.
80's getting out the wallet
80's
again.
gonna
You
buy
know
it.
what? I'm buying one right now. Can I buy one right now? I'm buying a folding chair. No, not a folding chair. It's a folding chair. thingy.
The shirt
A
folding.
It's called the-
folding shirt thingy.
It's called the folding board,
Nope.
and it folds the shirt. You see how nice this shirt is folded up right now?
Yeah, that's beautiful.
It's only $30.
To everybody listening right now, you want to go to the live stream and
Rico wants one.
see AD
Rico wants
in
one.
action at the PGA.
So
Golf.
so you think about this, guys. When I'm packing my, when I'm traveling, and
Yeah,
packing
more
my
shirts.
gear, long sleeve shirts as well.
Yep.
Oh yeah. This is good. You see me purchasing one of these right now. I'm gonna have to take it out the box to make sure it fits in my this card.
All right.
What's your card number, AD?
Yeah.
Yeah, on this part, I'm definitely checking out.
Security code and everything. All right, AD, we're gonna turn you off. We'll get to break. All right, we're
Yep.
gonna take a break
And you know what? And I'll join you guys shortly.
for sure.
All right,
there we
sounds
go.
good.
There's AD.
All right.
There he goes.
Live from the PGA.
Yeah, somebody says hearing AD's report is like watching the Broncos.
Oh no! Come on now.
Yeah,
Broncos
Mark,
are a lot better than
Mark
that.
says a folding board like every retail store uses. Yes.
Yep, that'd be the
That's
one.
exactly. And AD was mesmerized by him.
AD is easily impressed by that
he,
kind of thing.
he doesn't know we're talking like this about him, but yeah, just a normal folding board that every retail store uses. Have you guys ever seen one of these? No, AD.
He was impressed. He purchased that in a heartbeat.
He grabbed it.
All right, everybody, we're going to throw it to break. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beers, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top-shelf liquor to crowd-favorite beer, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
Chances are you've tried fruitcake before. Chances are it looked pretty weird. Lots of colors that don't really exist in nature. Chances are it tasted weird. Chances are you need to try fruitcake again. Grandma's fruitcake from Beatrice Bakery. None of that weird stuff you didn't like, just real fruit, premium nuts, and the delicious flavor combination of brandy, bourbon, and rum to meld all that together. See for yourself. Grandma's fruitcake from Beatrice Bakery. Online at beatricebakery.com. Welcome to our world of yum.
Shouldn't the landscape around your house reflect the architecture as well as the interior? Whether it's new construction or breathing life into an outdated landscape, let the teams at Tailored Landscapes, Tailored Lights, and Tailored Life combine as your local source for outdoor living. Schedule a meeting with one of our designers who listen during our consultations and combine your preferences, plus our experience to give you a timeless, sustainable, photo shoot-worthy landscape. Call us at 402-432-2572. Find us on any social media or at www.tailoredlandscapes.com, because when you find one company, you find the benefit of three.
Landmark Implement, your local John Deere dealership, is hosting their annual sprayer clinic at the Buffalo County Fairgrounds in Kearney, Nebraska, February 1st and 2nd. Landmark Sprayer Clinic offers expansive equipment and technology training on different models of John Deere and Hagee sprayers. Learn about the newest technology, machine maintenance, spray tip selection, and more. We will be offering free dicamba certification. Join us February 1st and 2nd in Kearney. RSVP, landmarkimp.com/events.
What are you doing, Sip? I thought the chickens could use some more light in their lives. So you're building what exactly? It's a motion-censored switchboard. Duh. Are you sure you know what you're doing? Of course. Ow! God! Ow! Seems like a job for a professional. Just one more wire. Yep, there you go, right there. Don't be like Sip. Call Joe at Ambition Electric for any of your electric needs at 402-217-3415.
Life-changing research doesn't just take place in outer space. It's also happening right here in Nebraska, and you could play a key role. Solarion, one of the world's leading clinical research organizations, needs healthy adults who are 19 years old and older for a research opportunity. If you qualify, you could earn up to $500 a day for time and travel, overnight stays fees may be required. To learn more, call Solarion at 866-213-2965 or visit helpresearch.com/500.
If you or someone you know is having thoughts of suicide or experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis, call 988 for free, confidential, and compassionate support. On July 16th, the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline is transitioning to 988. There is hope. For 24/7 support, call, text, or chat 988.
Sponsored by Nebraska DHHS, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Come see the state's largest display of John Deere equipment at Acres Ag and Turf Expo. Acres Ag professionals and suppliers will be on hand to discuss techniques from tillage and planting to application and harvest. Also, don't miss the full lineup of John Deere mowers and compact tractors. Join us at Grand Island Fauner Park, February 21st and 22nd, or the Lincoln Lancaster Event Center, March 8th and 9th. Go to acres.com to request your free tickets today.
Hey guys, Nick Sadert here, and I want to tell you about my friends at Spine and Sports Chiropractic. I experienced a herniated disc in my lower back a few years ago, and thanks to the folks at Spine and Sports, I got back to feeling 100%. At Spine and Sports, they use the active release technique, which involves the soft tissue and can alleviate headaches, shoulder pain, plantar fasciitis, and more. What I like most about the ART method is that your doctor will construct a plan that fits your needs because the technique is not a cookie-cutter approach. Allow Spine and Sports Chiropractic to help you feel better. Set up your appointment today by giving them a call at 402-261-6841.
Every child has the ability to be successful and thrive in life, but sometimes they need your help. Big Brothers Big Sisters of Lincoln exist to help children unlock their potential by making meaningful matches between adult volunteers and young people. Right now, there are children just waiting for a mentor to step up and make an impact in their lives. Learn more online at bbbslincoln.org. There are kids right here in Lincoln waiting to get started. Volunteer today and start something big.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
This is The Drive with AD and Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we are back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It's Wednesday. We just had a live report from AD at the PGA.
Yeah.
I forgot what the PGA show is, what I believe they call it.
Yeah, like a trade show or something like that.
PGA show in Orlando. We had a live report as he walked us through. He bought a folding board. He's very proud of that.
Steven on the stream says, I made my own folding board out of a piece of cardboard from a cardboard box I had. Saved myself $30.
and yes.
We're going to have to talk about how he was just mesmerized by this folding board.
But he says it all the time. He's easily mesmerized by that stuff.
I suppose so.
He'll see a squirrel on the golf course and he's like, squirrel. So that's AD at his best right there. So
he's like the dog from Up.
Yes, exactly.
Where it just stops everything when he sees something.
So I've got to bring this up before I want to talk some Nebraska football. But first, before we talk Nebraska football, the Baseball Hall of Fame. I think that's probably worse than the NFL Hall of Fame.
Yeah, it was interesting. I was surprised to see Scott Rowland get into the NFL or the MLB Hall of Fame.
Okay, so I did a deep dive. First off, I kind of go with like the name test. Scott Rowland, would he be a Hall of Famer? I know I haven't watched a lot of baseball over the last 20 years, but I've watched some. I know who the main guys are. So he gets in with a 281 batting average, and I think he had like 316 home runs, but he had like some Gold Gloves.
I think he's an 8-time Gold Glove winner.
Okay. Well, meanwhile, you have Todd Helton, who's got like 400 more hits, a 316 career batting average, and like 60 more home runs than Scott Rowland, and he's not in the Hall of Fame. He doesn't get inducted into the Hall of Fame. I guess if you're going to put one in that year, you should probably put them both in, but Helton just missed out.
A-Rod also fell short again. Which was, I mean, I think you have the whole steroid thing with A-Rod that's gonna keep him out for I don't know if ever is the right thing to say.
I think so, because they only get 10 years after they go on the ballot. Then they probably have the seniors balloting, but until somebody from the steroid era makes it in, they're all like, look at like Andy Pettit, for instance.
Mm-hmm.
He had I think he had one time where he got suspended or whatever. I think he was using some of the magic cream or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And he's, nowhere close. And it's a weird state that the Major League Baseball is in right now. And then I was thinking back about it. You look at the NFL Hall of Fame. If you go back and look at the players that have been inducted in the Hall of Fame, I would have to believe that there were some players that probably were doing some steroids or something along the way, but baseball is different. Like in pro football, if you don't get caught, you aren't doing it.
Yeah, exactly.
And some that did get caught, you served your suspension or whatever, you got back in, and it was kind of forgotten about. Major League Baseball, some of these players weren't even suspended. There was just the hearsay that they might have took some performance enhancing steroids or whatever it was, and they're banned. And then we got a text in from 3226. Pete Rose should be in the Hall of Fame, period. See, and that's
I agree.
So you've got, I'll just say it, OJ Simpson's still in the Hall of Fame. From his personal outside endeavors, maybe he should not be there anymore, but the NFL's like, no, it's what they did on the field. Major League Baseball, not so much.
So it's weird. Like I'm comparing Alex Rodriguez and Scott Rowland.
Oh boy.
It's not even close.
Oh, not at all.
It's not even close.
And I understand.
You have Alex Rodriguez, who's a 3-time MVP, a 14-time All-Star, who was a career 295 hitter, fell 4 home runs shy of 700 on his career, 696. Where then played for 22 years. Where Scott Rowland won Rookie of the Year, was a 7-time All-Star, and has won World Series, was a career 280 hitter with 316 home runs.
And I think he only had like 21, you said 2,100 hits. I think it was 2,116.
So Scott Rowland had 2,077, while A-Rod had 3,115.
Yeah,
so Alex Rodriguez had 1,108 more hits.
And
that would be wrong. That would be wrong.
And you know what's crazy about that?
A little over 1,000 more hits.
Think about all these players that played in the 70s and 80s that, went and had 2,500 hits, 2,600 hits, and weren't even talked about in the Hall of Fame discussion, but their time period is, over with. Meanwhile, you have guys getting into, they're just barely getting over 2,000 hits. Yeah. I don't understand it. And like I say, I'm the biggest guy, NFL Hall of Fame, how Roger Craig's not in the Hall of Fame. I don't understand it. I don't understand these Hall of Fames. They when they play, you have that eye test, you see it, Hall of Fame player, and then it comes time for him to be in the Hall of Fame, and it's like, oh nope, sorry, they don't have the career stats. It's frustrating, and it's going to be very frustrating for Major League Baseball at the Hall of Fame ceremony this year, because unless they have a great senior class of guys going in, I don't know if Scott Rowland is going to move the dial to say, hey, I want to make a trip to Cooperstown to see him inducted into the Hall of Fame.
So listen to this. Just let me rattle off these. Scott Rowland won Rookie of the Year, like I said, was a 7-time All-Star, the 8-time Gold Glove, which I mentioned, and then won a Silver Slugger 1 time. Alex Rodriguez, 3-time MVP, 14-time All-Star, 2-time Gold Glove, 10-time Silver Slugger, won the batting title, and three-time minor league player of the year.
Yeah. And then if you really want to see funny,
that's major league.
Is match Todd Helton's stats up against Scott Rowland. I mean, it's like congratulations to Scott Rowland. I have nothing against him getting in the Hall of Fame, but you just cannot be like, okay, well, he's in, but Todd Helton.
.2% of the vote went just the other day, and you need 75% to get in.
Yeah.
So he missed it by 2.8%. Todd Helton stats, just to run through them really quickly before we take a break. 369 home runs, a career .316 batter, which is remarkable.
Yeah,
I mean, just
316.
crazy to think about. Now, I mean, like, just the common sports fan might sit there and go, "Oh, that's getting a hit 3 out of every 10 times." That is really high level hitting.
Yeah.
To do it consistently for over his career of 17 years is really impressive. Had 369 home runs, had over 2,500 hits, and like I said, that batting average was really impressive as well.
And it's really surprised me too. Is I thought
5-time All-Star, 3-time Golden Glove, 4-time Silver Slugger.
I thought that the Peyton Manning connection would have got him in 3, 4, 5 years ago. Just having that connection to Peyton, because usually, these sports writers, they see like he was there, like when Peyton Manning had his surgery. Todd Helton was the first guy that he threw the football to when he was doing his rehab.
I forgot about that.
So it always surprises me that every year he's just short. But all right, well, we're gonna send it to break. I'm gonna calm down. This is The Drive, 93.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Hi, this is Kurt, your shop manager at A1 Automotive here in downtown Lincoln. My promise to you is this: you won't find another automotive repair facility that genuinely cares about you and your vehicle. Our service is outstanding and our customer service is better. Please give me a call for all your automotive repair questions and needs. Call me at 402-477-4660. We were built on small town values, and that shows in how we treat others. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Are you tired of the same old entertainment options? How about something that's truly fun for both kids and adults? Nebraska Knockerball, the new place to go for your private and corporate parties. Step inside one of their inflatable spears and let out stress in a healthy form of exercise. Or try the human foosball, foot darts, yard pong, giant beer pong, basketball Connect 4, and much more. Nebraska Knockerball, specializing in physical, engaging fun. Call Nebraska Knockerball today at 402-460-8724 to learn more or book a reservation now.
People first is more than a nice sentiment. At American Senior Benefits, it's the mission. If you're ready for a career where you can truly put your customers' needs ahead of everything else, this is for you. American Senior Benefits is one of the leading senior market insurance product distributors in the country, and they're looking for high-energy applicants with strong communication skills. Enjoy on-the-job training, a fun work environment, and unlimited income potential. Visit asbmidwest.com to learn more. American Senior Benefits.
You finally finished your man cave in the basement. Brand new furniture, huge TV, and all of your collector's items. You're ready for football season. You were so excited until one bad rain and it is all ruined. Don't risk a flooded basement and countless dollars in damages when it can be avoided. Call John Henry's today for a free sump pump estimate for your home.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric brings exciting career opportunities for you or someone you know. They are now hiring plumbers, electricians, and HVAC techs and installers to continually build their professional team. They offer competitive pay and full benefits packages that include health, dental, vision, PTO, and 401k options. Action has created a positive team environment for over 50 years. Apply online at actionlincoln.com.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top-shelf liquor to crowd-favorite beer, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
Steve's Garage Doors and Services is under new management, but has the same great service as before. If your current garage door seems outdated or isn't working properly, call their new number at 402-480-2840 to schedule service or get a new door ordered. Steve's can repair most types of garage doors and can always point you in the right direction to get the job done. Give Steve's Garage Doors and Services a call today at 402-480-2840. That's 402-480-2840.
Are you looking for a solid, stable career in assembly, CNC machining, or injection molding? We got you covered. Hi, Bob Williams, HR Director for Garner Industries, a world-class manufacturer with a 70-year history right here in Lincoln. And I just listed some great career opportunities that you can find by logging into GarnerIndustries.com. If you want top pay, excellent benefits, flexible work hours, and the opportunity to work in a clean, modern, air-conditioned facility with great people, contact me today by applying online at GarnerIndustries.com.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Patchy fog this morning, then a bit of a cooler afternoon on the way. We'll see a high of 28, but temps falling into the low 20s by this evening. Northwest winds could gust to around 25. We'll see partly cloudy skies tonight with a low of 13. Try to warm things back up just a touch tomorrow with a high of 31. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Every child has the ability to be successful and thrive in life, but sometimes they need your help. Big Brothers Big Sisters of Lincoln exist to help children unlock their potential by making meaningful matches between adult volunteers and young people. Right now, there are children just waiting for a mentor to step up and make an impact in their lives. Learn more online at bbslincoln.org. There are kids right here in Lincoln waiting to get started. Volunteer today and start something big.
Now back to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Chris Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we are back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. Just saw my man Kendall Warnock over the break. A1 Automotive, if you have any car issues, that's the place to go. Probably the nicest guy in the city of Lincoln, no doubt, or at least one of the nicest. I mean, I got Nick at 1 and
oh, that's
probably,
right. Thank you.
Probably Kendall at 1A maybe or something.
Yeah,
like that,
yeah,
so.
just a step behind.
All right, guys, so we are back here. This is The Drive. Nick.
What's up?
I cannot believe that the city of Lincoln, the state of Nebraska, did not just go crazy yesterday with firecrackers and ringing bells and just doing everything. We got ourselves a priority walk-on fullback, a PWO.
Did we really?
Did you hear who we got?
No.
Trevor Ruth.
I did see that. I didn't know what position he was going to play.
Fullback, Trevor Ruth, 6 foot, 230 pounds from Seward, Nebraska.
Was it UNK?
Was it UNK? 6 foot, 230 pounds, fullback. You know why I'm excited? Do Do you know why I'm excited?
We're getting a fullback.
Oh no, there's more than that.
Why?
There is more than that.
Why are we excited?
Who is Trevor Ruth's uncles?
Ooh.
Anybody on the text line know Trevor Ruth and why I'm so excited and who his uncles are? Anybody out there? Text in. Honda of Lincoln hotline, text line 402-464-5685. Starter Heyman text line. Is somebody going to text in and tell me why I'm so excited? Trevor Ruth, 6 foot, 230 pounds from Seward, Nebraska. Who are his uncles? Who are his uncles?
I don't know, Raff. Tell us.
All right. You betcha. Scott 10 and 2.
Is it Makovica?
Jeff and Joel Makovica.
How about that?
Jeff and Joel Makovica. Way to go, Bryce. Oh, now they're out there.
Isn't AD his uncle?
AD is uncle out there. Yeah. So yeah, Makovica's baby. We got the bloodline.
There it is. That's good.
I'm excited.
Now, don't forget, Les Miles' son was recruited as a fullback one day.
People
forget that Les Miles' son was at Nebraska for a very short time.
Wasn't as excited about that as I was about a 6 foot.
He was a true fullback though.
Yeah.
He was recruited as a fullback out of high school. He's just I mean Trevor Ruth is a preferred walk-on, so.
Yeah. But
people forget Les Miles had a kid that went to Nebraska.
Well, I remember that his name was Ben Miles.
That's right.
But I am excited. My heart is full. And then to have Coach Albert's athletic director Trev Alberts last night say that the spring game is going to be a football game. Football game?
Does it feel like Trev is saying things that it feels? Excuse me. Let me think about how I want to word this. To me, it feels like Trev is finally saying things that he knows will happen, that he's wanted to say for a very long time.
I'd say true.
Similar, for example, the spring game. When if Scott Frost or the previous staff were to go to him and be like, hey, listen, this is our plan for the spring game. Here, do you sign off on it? Are you, just letting you know to what to tell the people what it's going to be like. And he wouldn't have been able to come out and say, and somewhat promise, hey, yeah, it's going to be a game when it's going to be a tackle or a touch football game, right?
Yeah.
It feels like this is now, and Trev Albert spoke on the radio network last night, and there were a lot of interesting comments, but overall, it really feels like in Trev Albert's eyes, right, that Matt Rule and company are surpassing expectations.
Oh yeah,
in their first couple months,
definitely. And commented about the grind. Had a chance to go and look at or watch the Bussin' with the Boys.
Yeah,
Coach Rule was on there, and there was some really good quotes that he dropped there. And I understand that you got to live the quotes, but some of the stuff he was saying made sense to me. Like when he went in with the guys in their first meeting, he's like, I understand that you guys did not choose me as the coach, but I want you guys to know that I chose you.
But there's also
that's powerful.
There's also consistency, right? And this is something that we lacked with previous staffs, multiple, not just Scott Frost. This is something we've lacked with multiple staffs, is consistency in what their message is, and actually believing that they're doing it, right? They're acting upon it.
Yeah.
For example, if you are to listen to that podcast that he did this last weekend, or that was released yesterday morning, then and hear hey, I understand you guys did not choose me, but I'm choosing you. And then you go back to his introductory press conference, he said the exact same thing. And so before your message can stay consistent over the course of multiple years, it's got to stay consistent over a course of a couple months. And so far it has.
Yep.
So I just think we sit here and go, okay, listen, we wanted a staff that is going to focus and develop the offensive line and potentially run game. Everything that from what we can say, that signs are pointing to that. Whether it's Trevor Ruth as a walk-on, whether it's Marcus Satterfield talking about the type of offense he wants to run and will run in Nebraska, or it's Matt Rule and company and Donovan Raiola hitting the transfer portal hard for whatever needs they need up front.
Yep.
It's things that they are talking about, what we can say for January 25th, when no games have been played, no spring game has been had, and very little attrition has been put upon this Nebraska program. everything's matching up.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Is it going to result in instant success?
Don't know.
I don't think it will, but I don't think the staff expects it to.
And it's funny that you say that. If you listen to his introductory press conference, you got the feeling that, this might be a 2 or 3 year rebuild.
Which it has been.
But
nobody should be surprised by that idea because that's what his MO is.
That's what it is. But listening to the Bustin' with the Boys interview yesterday,
yeah,
it's more of a reset. Just he actually made it sound like last year was kind of like the rebuild,
which was interesting. And now I think it's important also to then give credit where credit's due.
Exactly. You got to
that previous staff.
We had one of the main cogs of it in here.
Yeah.
I'm sitting in his chair right now.
Bill Bush.
Yep.
And everybody in that room, Mickey Joseph included in this.
Oh, totally.
To where, once again, go back to what Mickey Joseph said in press conferences, I'm going to leave this place better than where I found it.
And he did.
And because of those guys, whether it's Bill Bush, whether it's Mickey Joseph, whoever it may be,
Kenny Wilhite
especially, they are playing a bigger role into this being maybe just a reset rather than a tear down and rebuild. So I think that's interesting.
Yeah.
That we look at it that way, because I'd be in the same camp as you, Raff. I'd be in the same camp, which once again might not result in the type of success that Nebraska fans eventually want, but maybe to where it's a little more acceptable than it has been the last 10 years.
Exactly.
And that's all you can ask for is somewhat of a sustainable foundation and a sturdy foundation, right? Rather than I don't know. Like, it's going to be interesting. Nebraska still has some issues. Wide receiver, for example, like the last 2 years, there's been a transfer guy that's led the team in catches and yards. I would expect that to be the case this year.
Yep.
Maybe it changes in 2 years down the road, but I don't know. Like, I think quarterback's going to be interesting. There's going to be attrition coming up in the next couple months, but spring game.
Going to see the fullback, baby.
Spring game.
And it just dawned on me right now. I forgot who texted in, but when I was saying Uncle Ruth, Babe, not Babe Ruth, we're talking Joel and Jeff Makovica, the Makovicas, uncles. So fullback, it's coming back. I feel it. But we're going to send it to break. This is The Drive, 93.7, The Ticket.
Every child has the ability to be successful and thrive in life. Sometimes they need your help. Big Brothers Big Sisters of Lincoln exist to help children unlock their potential by making meaningful matches between adult volunteers and young people. Right now, there are children just waiting for a mentor to step up and make an impact in their lives. Learn more online at bbslincoln.org. There are kids right here in Lincoln waiting to get started. Volunteer today and start something big.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Come see the state's largest display of John Deere equipment at Acres Ag and Turf Expo. Acres Ag professionals and suppliers will be on hand to discuss techniques from tillage and planting to application and harvest. Also, don't miss the full lineup of John Deere mowers and compact tractors. Join us at Grand Island Fauner Park, February 21st and 22nd, or the Lincoln Lancaster Event Center, March 8th and 9th. Go to acres.com to request your free tickets today.
My simple solution to the problem was remove people from the scene and help them feel safer.
In response to attacks against Asian Americans, Maddie Park raised over $250,000 to donate cab rides to the Asian community.
There is so much more work to be done. We really need to come together and tackle this issue as a community.
Support the Asian community. Learn how at lovehasnolabels.com. Brought to you by Love Has No Labels and the Ad Council.
This is your High School Minute.
With your Southeast Community College High School Minute, I'm Harrison Arns. In boys high school hoops, on Saturday, Lincoln High obliterated Fremont on the road 84-42. Lincoln North Star just got the win over Lincoln Northeast in a tight contest, 50-48. Looking at the power rankings through Saturday, not a whole lot has moved up top. In Class A, Bellevue West still sits at number 1 with a record of 15-0. The next closest city school is Lincoln East at 5 with a 9-3 record. Following are Lincoln Pike's 10th at 8th with an 11-5 record, Lincoln Southwest at 9th with a 9-5 record, and Lincoln North Star at 10th with a 9-4 record. This has been your High School Minute, sponsored by Southeast Community College, with locations in Lincoln, Beatrice, and Milford. Learn more today at southeast.edu.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
Hey, it's Nicklin Hames from Nebraska Volleyball. I hate wasting time in practice, and I want to help you stop wasting your time when you're looking for an electrician. High Electric has been serving the area for over 30 years for both residential and commercial properties. They are experts in everything like remodeling, new additions, hot tub installation, and more. And they take jobs from Beatrice to Omaha and all towns, big or small, in between. Call them today at 402-466-6606 or learn more at high-electric.com.
Steve's Garage Doors and Services is under new management, but has the same great service as before. If your current garage door seems outdated or isn't working properly, call their new number at 402-480-2840 to schedule service or get a new door ordered. Steve's can repair most types of garage doors and can always point you in the right direction to get the job done. Give Steve's Garage Doors and Services a call today at 402-480-2840. That's 402-480-2840.
What are you doing, Sip? I thought the chickens could use some more light in their lives. So you're building what exactly? It's a motion-censored switchboard. Duh. Are you sure you know what you're doing? Of course. Ow! God! Ow! Seems like a job for a professional. Just one more wire. Yep, there you go, right there. Don't be like Sip. Call Joe at Ambition Electric for any of your electric needs at 402-217-3415.
If you or someone you know is having thoughts of suicide or experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis, call 988 for free, confidential, and compassionate support. On July 16th, the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline is transitioning to 988. There is hope. For 24/7 support, call, text, or chat 988.
Sponsored by Nebraska DHHS, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Shouldn't the landscape around your house reflect the architecture as well as the interior? Whether it's new construction or breathing life into an outdated landscape, let the teams at Tailored Landscapes, Tailored Lights, and Tailored Life combine as your local source for outdoor living. Schedule a meeting with one of our designers who listen during our consultations and combine your preferences, plus our experience to give you a timeless, sustainable, photo shoot-worthy landscape. Call us at 402-432-2572. Find us on any social media or at www.tailoredlandscapes.com, because when you find one company, you find the benefit of three.
Bring them out, bring them out, bring them out, bring them out. Welcome into The Drive with AD and Raff. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history. We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
Brought to you by Sand Hills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we are back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Wednesday. Nick, when we covered our NFL teams on Monday, we kind of forgot to speak about one team, and I wanted to bring them up. Give them their just due.
We also have AD back.
AD's back.
What's up, y'all?
Hey, there he is. There he is.
What's happening? I don't see you guys, though.
Last segment, we were talking about the return of the fullback to Nebraska. We had a priority walk-on that committed yesterday. He transferred from Arnie, from Seward. His name is Trevor Ruth. We'll ask you, do you know who Trevor Ruth is?
You know, I don't. I can't say that I do. but just reading a little bit on him, I was glad to see that us get some guys like that. And I was also glad to see to where they're not abandoning the walk-on program. I like to see that. I think Coach Rule was at Papio South just yesterday, I believe, wasn't he?
Yep. I was going to say that Coach Rule was a walk-on himself, so I don't foresee the walk-on program going anywhere too soon. But Trevor Ruth is the nephew of Jeff and Joe Makovica.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yep.
Cool. So we know he's got the pedigree in him then.
Yep. That's what I was thinking the same exact thing. And he's kind of got the same body build as Joel, 6 foot 230.
Fullback?
Fullback. Yep.
I love it.
But as you come back on, AD, we didn't really talk much about the 49ers on Monday. And I just wanted to bring that up because what Brock Purdy's doing right now is it's pretty incredible. I mean, this was Mr. Irrelevant in the NFL draft this year. He was the final pick in the draft. This is it's crazy. And the command that he possesses over that offense right now, I was impressed. That's the first time I really got to sit down and watch him play on Sunday. I know his statistics weren't all that eye-popping, but the way he commanded the offense and the throws that he needed to make, I even tweeted it out too. It reminded me a lot of Kurt Warner, just the way he throws those slants and crossing routes. I don't know if anybody watching might have saw the same, and maybe it was the number 13 that he was wearing also, but I see so much Kurt Warner in him. It's crazy.
You think that's a great comparison, Raff, because you think about a guy like Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant, but the only thing he's done is win. I mean, you think about what he's done in San Francisco, a short time there. You think about this, you guys. You go all the way back to the beginning of the season. You got Trey Lance, Garoppolo, and Purdy was probably, if you're looking at it before the season starts, he's probably not seeing the light of day, of playing. And then obviously injuries happen to both their top two guys. You insert Purdy, and the rest is history. I mean, Sunday's game. I mean, just cool under pressure, man. Cool under pressure. I'd never been in that situation before, and what he did and what he's doing is phenomenal. And I'm gonna tell you something right now. He was 19 for 29, 214 yards, no turnovers. He didn't force anything. Sometimes when a person's in unfamiliar territory, when pressure reveals who you are, pressure reveals who you are as an athlete. Just a person, but particularly in athletics, reveals who you are. Dude, he didn't bust. He didn't burst. He didn't fold to the pressure. He made smart throws. He knew when to tuck it, to run out of bounds, and when to throw it to the out of the stadium if possible. So he's just playing very composed right now, man. San Francisco's a dangerous team, and it's a great comparison you have with Kurt Warner, kind of that same pedigree.
And it was weird because I thought watching him, it reminded me of Kurt Warner. Then all of a sudden I was like, hey, he wears number 13 also. And then I was like, went to Iowa State. Kurt Warner, went to Cedar Falls. I was like, there's some linkage there, but
I tell you what makes the 49ers even more dangerous. Obviously they trade for Christian McCaffrey, which is a huge boost.
Yep.
But then also, guys, if you were to watch them at the beginning of the season before Brock Purdy took over, George Kittle was not nearly as involved as he is now. Brock Purdy found his favorite target in George Kittle, and they are using him, and he's becoming, once again, like the tight end that he was a couple years ago, where he stormed onto the league from Iowa, and he's a top 5 tight end in the league.
He made that catch. It reminded me a lot of AD. Off the hand, off the helmet.
Oh, yeah.
Let me ask you guys this. If McCaffrey is not traded for, do you think San Francisco's where they're at right now?
That's a tough one. I'm going to say probably not, just for the fact that Shanahan, Mike Shanahan's son,
Kyle.
I just wanted to say Mike Shanahan. It was Kyle. I just wanted to say Mike Shanahan. No. So you gave Kyle a toy, and his offensive mind is incredible. So you give that piece to him, he's able to add on to his offense more than what he ever had, because you got that guy who can catch the ball in the backfield. You got a guy who can run between the tackles, a guy who can get to the outside and break long runs. So I'm going to say with him, it made them better to put them in the spot that they're at. And then we'll probably talk about all this, them being so great. And they'll go to Philadelphia this weekend, and Philadelphia's defense will put the kibosh on them. So you never know.
How do you guys see that game going? Obviously, we haven't done predictions yet, and we won't until Friday. But as of right now, just preliminary thoughts. How do we see this game going between the 49ers and Eagles? Also, which matchup are you more excited about? Because from the outside looking in, I think just right away your eyes are obviously going to go Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah.
But when you go deeper, I think the more intriguing matchup may be the Eagles 49ers.
I think, you might be right about that. This is one year that both of these matchups that are set they're going to be great games. I don't see any other way. But first thing I think of when I think about that Eagles 49ers game is, how is the rookie, we've just been talking about his composure. How is he going to react to the Eagles defense? They have four guys with 10 sacks this year. That's incredible. You getting text on what you purchased at the show there, AD? Or
no, I'm laughing at the fact that there's 4 people that got 10 sacks on that team. That is just unheard of, dude.
I mean, I've heard of teams with two guys with 10 sacks.
Yeah.
One with like 16, one with like 10. But you have 4 guys with 10 sacks. That's pressure.
Yeah, Purdy is going to be, in my opinion, this is going to be his toughest showing for sure. Because although Dallas had a great defense, Philly's built different, man. They are built different, and they're playing with a chip on their shoulder. And you know what? Quite honestly, folks, I'm gonna tell you this. I even think not Dak. I even think
he done.
What'd you say? Yeah, he's gone. He's on vacation. He's golfing right now. I even think Jalen Hurts is playing with a chip on his shoulder, man. I mean, you think about what he's done, man. Okay, they're 14-3 all year long. He set out, how many games did he set out this year? Was it 2 games he set out because of injury, give or take?
Yeah,
I think so.
I think it was 2, yeah.
Yeah, 2 or 3 games, 2 games. Yeah, this guy's 14-3, number 1 in the NFCs. And granted, I know he hasn't been to a Super Bowl or won a Super Bowl. I still think he doesn't get the props that he deserves this year. And I'm not saying he's in the top 5 or anything like that as far as QBs. Yeah, actually, I would. But I'm saying he doesn't get a lot of the press and a lot of the kudos that the other, even Purdy's getting. So I think Jalen, and think about her, he's a very quiet guy, doesn't say a whole lot, just goes about his business, very blue collarish, brings his lunch pail and his hard hat to work, and he puts in work. So he's playing, and think about him. Think about this. You go back with Jalen, what he dealt with at Oklahoma. At Alabama. Tua comes in and takes over. Handles it with complete class. Transfers, of course, goes to OU, has a stellar career. Gets into Philly. He's got, was it Wentz that was ahead of him at the time? They're coming off a Super Bowl.
Yeah, it would have been Wentz and like a little bit of Gardner Minshew.
Yeah, Minshew, Carter Wentz.
And Foles.
Yeah, Nick Foles. Yeah.
Nick Foles. He comes in again. He's not really. He's there, but the respect factor. Can he do this? Can he read defense to the pros? That was great at Alabama, great at OU. But can he do this? He's always been questioned to me. He's always been questioned, and he's always handled it with class, man. As he left Alabama, it was nothing but love for you. Tua wants the best. Goes to OU, puts in work there. Comes to Philly, sits on the bench, gets inserted after the month. I think that was Winston got hurt. Handled that with class when he went back to the bench. I just think the dude is just a cool customer. Does it with digging, and I think he's going to come out there and play gangbusters, man.
Yeah.
Well, I think part of it is Rico and I actually had this conversation yesterday, where Jalen Hurts is in the conversation for MVP if he doesn't sit out.
I think he still is. I think he's
not. I don't think he's going to win it. I don't think he's going to win it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think if he doesn't sit out, he is the most valuable player this season. You're on a team that's 14-1.
Do you think that maybe him missing those couple games might help his campaign for MVP, being that they were so lackluster in the games?
I don't think so. Not when it's Patrick Mahomes on the other side, unfortunately. I don't think it will. But also, guys, like most improved player, this season, it's Jalen Hurts by a mile. If you just look at this, if you look at his statistics, now obviously he's only been in the league 3 years, and this is only his second year of starting most, if not all, of the games for Philly. He is, as a quarterback, Jalen Hurts is 14-1 this year in the games he started. In the games he started, he is 14-1.
That's my MVP.
Now he's completed.
Just joking, Chiefs fans.
Yeah, he's MVP.
But he's got no walk in the park this weekend because I don't know what it is, if it's in the water in San Francisco.
Yeah.
But the linebackers, Fred
100%.
Warner, Greenlaw. Before that, you had Bowman and Willis.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what it is about San
Alden Smith
Francisco.
was there in and out, I believe.
But
if I remember.
they make linebackers there. So
Kansas City traded D Ford to the 49ers, and he had a boost in his career.
So it's going to be, I mean, it has this game could go so many different ways. Like could be a defensive slugfest, or maybe the offense is, it's going to be fun to watch.
Like, here's what's crazy, guys, is Jalen Hurts has completed almost 65 more passes this year, and on let's see, 33 more attempts, is completing 7% at a 7% higher rate. So his completion percentage 67, when his completion percentage last year was 60%. He had 16 passing touchdowns and 9 interceptions last year, 22 touchdowns and 6 interceptions this year. And that's not even including rushing yards.
So here's a good one. IQ Crew texted in. Purdy versus Hurts. It's happened before, Cyclones and Sooners, and it was phenomenal.
That's right.
So
That's right.
They've seen each other before. The rematch.
That's the IQ Crew. That's a great point, because those two they definitely battled it out in college when Cyclones played the Sooners. That was a heck of a game there. Sanderson says, I think Hurts absolutely will win the MVP. It's going to be interesting, man. It's going to be interesting, and I wouldn't be opposed to that whatsoever. Unknown texter 8785 says Kittle is not playing at full strength at the beginning of the season. Who has more fun than Kittle playing football?
That and Sanderson brought this up as well. Like McCaffrey being healthy for a length of time.
Yeah, he's been injured the last 3 years.
Years.
Does George Kittle AD remind you of Kevin Green? Just the joy that they have on the football field and flying around, jumping around.
He does.
That is
He
like the
does.
comparison I see. Not
He
in
does.
position wise, but just having fun on the field.
His hair kind of speaks for his game. The long hair, don't care, old school. You get hurt, you rub some dirt on it, and he just has fun playing football, man. And a rising tide lifts all boats. So when he's out there, dude, it just raises the level of all the other 10 guys he's out there playing with. And then the guy we're thinking about who has 18.5 sacks is Bosa. I mean, Raff, you bring up their linebackers, and those guys are insane. You look at George Kittle out there just having a blast playing ball. You hear a lot about Kelsey. You don't hear as much as you should about Kittle either, though.
And then you got Ayuk and Samuel.
Ayuk.
They can play.
Yep, they can. Absolutely.
So yeah, it's gonna be that game's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun to watch. And then you got Chiefs Bengals. It's gonna be great.
Before we get to that game, one thing about the Eagles 49ers, one more thing. AJ Brown is dealing with that lower body injury, but so remember this, guys. Here's what Nick Sirianni said just the other day about AJ Brown, and I want to get your guys' thoughts, because this doesn't feel, if you heard him say it, it doesn't feel like they're super confident that they'll get AJ Brown this weekend. And I wonder how much that changes, because he said he was going through a little something with his body that was hurting him. We hope that he'll be ready to go this week.
We hope.
So yeah, that
doesn't sound 100%
I'd say
confident.
questionable would be what the injury tagline I'd put on him right now.
So I mean, I would ask, in this type of game, how much does that affect Philly's chances to beat? They maybe got through.
Yeah.
They maybe got through the first couple rounds of the playoffs without him.
But now a defense we just got done talking about
the 49ers defense without one of their top targets.
Yeah. So that's
how does that change things?
Well, that's when you got to look at Quez Watkins, whether he'll
Devontae Smith,
he'll have to step up. Devontae will, be the number one. But then the Eagles got to see. Okay, so we talk about Kittle and Kelsey. Dallas Goedert is no slouch.
Yep.
Oh, they've got a threaded tight end, and then you got Sanders, who is having he had 1,000-yard rushing this year.
Yeah, staying healthy also. That's such a big thing with NFL running backs is you realize there's a lot more quality running backs than we're used to seeing if they stay healthy. And that may be a generalized statement. But like nobody saw Miles Sanders having the season he is having this year.
No.
He hasn't had that type of year.
And then the Eagles aren't playing the Giants this week, so we don't got to worry about Boston Brown being a factor scoring any touchdowns.
Exactly.
Oh, that guy loves the Giants.
Well, the last game, you figure Smith had 6 receptions for 61. Goddard had 5 touches for 58. Between those two, that's 11 right there because Brown only had 3 catches. They actually didn't really need him last week against the Giants. They beat him so bad, but they've got plenty of places they can distribute the ball. That's for sure. And then when you look at Sanders, 17 carries. Gainwell had 12 carries. They're going to run the ball. Philly is not the way they've been playing this year. They're not going to be one-dimensional. But again, they're going to see a defense that's going to be rough as well, though. With those backers you talked about, of course, Bosa on the end causing havoc. But they got a 1-2 punch at running back, and they distribute the ball well, passing it to Smith and Goddard. So, and I was looking at I won't show our predictions yet, but the Eagles are favored by 2.5 in this game as well, which I thought was interesting, But I thought it might be 1.5, kind of like the Cincy Chiefs game, but 2.5, 1.5 at that point is just for the bettors when you come down to it.
Yep. It's gonna be a fun weekend of football. That's for sure. I'm excited to sit down and watch it. That's for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I'm excited.
Well, AD, about that time we throw it to break.
We still got to do history.
Oh yeah, we'll do some history when we get back.
I love it.
All right, this is The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket.
If you're in Lincoln, Waverly, or the surrounding area, listen up. Select Plumbing gets it right the first time on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate at 402-560-6197. Plus, they're hiring service plumbers. If you're in Lincoln, Waverly, or the surrounding area, contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Chances are you've tried fruitcake before. Chances are it looked pretty weird. Lots of colors that don't really exist in nature. Chances are it tasted weird. Chances are you need to try fruitcake again. Grandma's fruitcake from Beatrice Bakery. None of that weird stuff you didn't like, just real fruit, premium nuts, and the delicious flavor combination of brandy, bourbon, and rum to meld all that together. See for yourself. Grandma's fruitcake from Beatrice Bakery. Online at beatricebakery.com. Welcome to our world of yum.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric is the call I make when I have a need for plumbing services. Whether it's for my home or office, if I need a repair to a water heater, softener, or even my garbage disposal, I know I can count on Action to help. In one simple call, their amazing customer service team promptly schedules a service call, often getting to my needs within a day. Action delivers honest quality services we can count on. To learn more, visit actionlincoln.com.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. It doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934. 8934. HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Doren. God bless you.
There's nothing quite like the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese Beef. The Mercado offers unique ingredients you can't find anywhere else, open every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The full-service butcher shop and retail store is wonderful for meat lovers with their exclusive Certified Piedmontese beef and assorted sausages, plus other quality meats, including pork, chicken, and a wide range of the freshest seafood. Plus, every Friday from 11 to 2, the Mercado serves up the best lunch in town on their Friday Feast menu. Stop in at the Mercado today at 84th and Havelock or visit their website at cpmercado.com to see current deals.
Steve's Garage Doors and Services is under new management, but has the same great service as before. If your current garage door seems outdated or isn't working properly, call their new number at 402-480-2840 to schedule service or get a new door ordered. Steve's can repair most types of garage doors and can always point you in the right direction to get the job done. Give Steve's Garage Doors and Services a call today at 402-480-2840. That's 402-480-2840.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Patchy fog this morning, then a bit of a cooler afternoon on the way. We'll see a high of 28, but temps falling into the low 20s by this evening. Northwest winds could gust to around 25. We'll see partly cloudy skies tonight with a low of 13. Try to warm things back up just a touch tomorrow with a high of 31. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions.
How was your drive to school?
Let me tell you, I had to get my iced coffee first. I just can't seem to put it down. My favorite rapper just announced a tour. My phone was buzzing like crazy. I'm so excited. I had to text all my friends right then to talk about it. Then someone started calling me and...
Let's try that again.
I turned my phone off right away. I never drive distracted.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Hey, it's Nicklin Hames from Nebraska Volleyball. I hate wasting time in practice, and I want to help you stop wasting your time when you're looking for an electrician. High Electric has been serving the area for over 30 years for both residential and commercial properties. They are experts in everything like remodeling, new additions, hot tub installation, and more. And they take jobs from Beatrice to Omaha and all towns, big or small, in between. Call them today at 402-466-6606 or learn more at high-electric.com.
Every child has the ability to be successful and thrive in life, but sometimes they need your help. Big Brothers and Big Sisters of Lincoln exists to help children unlock their potential by making meaningful matches between adult volunteers and young people. Right now, there are children just waiting for a mentor to step up and make an impact in their lives. Learn more online at bbbslincoln.org. There are kids right here in Lincoln waiting to get started. Volunteer today and start something big.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Now back to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Chris Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Wednesday. AD's down in Orlando at the PGA show doing PGA stuff. AD, you know what time it is?
Sam Snead?
AD, you know what time it is?
Is it Sam Snead time?
Close.
That's a golfer, Nick. I don't know if you've heard of Sam Snead before.
Oh yeah. I've heard the name.
That's old school.
It's now punting time.
Sam Cook. Let's roll.
Now punting.
Don't know much about history.
Don't know much biology. Don't know much about a science book. Don't know much about the French I took. But I do know that I love you. And I know that if you love me too, what a wonderful world this would be.
Boom.
History here today in 1974. Ray Kroc, Nick and Raff. You guys know who this is. Who's Ray Kroc?
McDonald's.
Really?
That don't look like McDonald's. Nick, I'm glad we didn't play that. You didn't load up that clip from I sent you yesterday.
Yeah.
There's perfectly nothing wrong with that, man.
Absolutely not. Completely followed all FCC guidelines.
But in today's history, Ray Kroc, 1974, CEO of McDonald's, buys the San Diego Padres baseball team for $12 million. If you've never watched the movie, gosh dang it, Founders, you got to watch it. Nick, have you seen it before?
I don't think I've seen it.
Have you seen it?
Nope.
Dude, it's the story. The guy that plays him, who's the man that, oh gosh. Oh, you know this actor. He's been around for years. He played Batman one time before, too, back in the day. He was one of the first, not the first Batman, but back when we were growing up, Raff. What was that actor's name? What's that? Michael Keaton, yes. Michael Keaton plays Ray Kroc. And you guys, the way that Ray Kroc actually took over McDonald's was kind of Bush League how he did it, man. According to the movie, of course, and when you do some background research on it, it's kind of like, dang, he just basically snatched McDonald's from them cats, man. You know, the way it happened. But you got to check out that movie.
He was the Hamburglar.
The Hamburglar. Yeah, he basically was. Rubble. Rubble. That's exactly what he did to the McDonald's brothers, man. He straight ganked it from them. Chase B says The Founders is a great movie. Yes, it is. You guys got to check it out. So that was 1974. Buys the Padres for $12 million. In 1960, Wilt the Stilt Chamberlain scores 58 points, the most ever by an NBA rookie against the Philadelphia Warriors. They beat Detroit Pistons that night, 127-17. And this is pretty cool being a boxing fan. In 1939, in only the second World Heavyweight Championship between two black boxers, Joe Louis knocks out John Henry Lewis in one round at Madison Square Garden there in New York City. And that's crazy to think about all the craziness that's happened in boxing. Boxing right now, I love boxing. There's just so many belts, man. I don't know who's who anymore. You know, what about you guys?
No, I agree.
Yeah.
It feels like also that somebody will, like, whether it's boxing or even UFC, like it's somebody will fight one day and then a year later they'll be fighting for a completely different belt, and they'll be like they'll be the champion of two different, divisions or whatever you want to call them. It's just confusing for me.
At least UFC fights their fighters. Like that's
true.
They put number one versus number one. Boxing is a mess. You never can get the fight you want. We're waiting, for Bud Crawford, Errol Spence fight. It probably will never happen, but we dream about it, but maybe one day we'll see it. But boxing's a weird world that it's not about what you're ranked. It's more about who your promoter is. So it's frustrating. So, but that's boxing. We've learned to live with it.
It's very frustrating, man. And I love watching, I love watching it, man, when it's a good fight, man. I love watching it when it's a good fight. But I love watching T. Bud Crawford. I mean, the dude is just a technician inside the ring. But I remember, Nick, me and Raff were growing up, man. This is way before pay-per-view and HBO fights and all the rest of that stuff. You could literally, I remember on a Saturday afternoon, you could watch the Worldwide of Sports, and it'd be the heavyweight championship of the world.
Muhammad Ali fought, it was before our time, of course, but he used to fight on Wide World of Sports all the time.
Wow.
Yep. You'd always see it.
Hey,
AD. Howard Cosell. Yes, sir.
Howard Cosell. Oh, no, go give us your Howard Cosell. We got to hear it.
Oh, Howard Cosell and Muhammad Ali were really tight too, man. Those dudes were when Muhammad Ali was basically out of boxing for I think 3.5, almost 4 years, waiting to go, going against the draft. Muhammad Ali and Howard Cosell. Howard Cosell is one of the ones that broke the news. The case been overturned by the Supreme Court. And so, yeah, man, just a lot of history with boxing, man. Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, AD, that today, 25 years ago, was probably one of the greatest days of my entire life. Do you know what happened 25 years ago today?
Did you guys become friends?
that was a little longer ago than that. But 25 years ago today, the Denver Broncos versus the Green Bay Packers, Super Bowl 32. John Elway, 3rd and 6, takes off running around the right, dives, helicopter, first down Broncos, touchdown Terrell Davis. The Denver Broncos win their first Super Bowl against the Green Bay Packers.
Pathetic! You are pathetic!
I mean, looking back on it, it's 25 years ago, but that probably was one of the greatest days of my life. It's got to be top 3. I'm trying to think what the other 2 are, but maybe it was the greatest day of my life. I don't know.
Wow,
that's disappointing, Raff.
No, I mean,
unlimited. Unlimited.
I mean, I've never had kids. I haven't been married, so it might be number 1. It just might be.
I didn't know that piece of history.
January 25th, 1998.
Hey, I do remember I was torn between that game, though, and that Tyrone Williams, my former teammate at Nebraska, my roommate in college, and Tony Veland, obviously one of my good buddies, best buddies, was also my teammate in Nebraska. So I really didn't care who won that game.
I did.
I just wanted to see. Yeah, I know you did. I just wanted to see a good one. So you got guys you were, shared the locker room with, and with Tyrone Williams, like I said, one of my best friends, man. I mean, we've been through some things together, man. So to see, first of all, to see both of those guys, it was a no-lose situation because one way or the other, the Husker was going to get a ring.
And John Hess was on that Broncos team too. So
yeah, Hess was on there.
That was so crazy for me, was because I had played high school ball with John, and growing up, he'd always call me Elway, and I always call him Outwater. To this day, when I talk to him, it's still Elway, Outwater. And then to find out, you're looking at 6-7 years later after high school, and he's on the field with Elway and Outwater. So I always thought that was pretty cool. So
wow.
So yeah, congratulations. 25 years.
Those are great moments, man. Those are great moments.
Elway. Sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead, man.
Elway, he bought that motorsports store, right?
Oh yeah, in Lincoln.
Have you stopped by?
I haven't yet, but every time I drive by, I always take a picture of the sign. So I need to stop in and get myself an Elway Power Sports T-shirt.
That is so disappointing. I mean, just every time I drive by, I take a picture. See, you have the same picture multiple times.
Yeah, Elway is Nebraska.
Now, here's the deal.
It's getting a little scary, Nick.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay to have your team and everything, but taking a picture every time you drive by, that's a whole nother thing.
Oh, it is. But AD will even say, even at the Remington Award, AD looks up and he goes, "That guy played for the Broncos. You know who he is?" I'm like, Mark Cooper, offensive line. And I think even Mark was stunned that I knew who he was. So, but I mean, Broncos, that was my childhood was Broncos. I will not lie. I'm not embarrassed of it, but
oh no, you can't be embarrassed of your team. I'm not saying that at all.
I might have been a little overboard, maybe a little stalkerish, but I did what I could.
I'm gonna say, yeah, childhood, adulthood. Why you wake up in the morning? Broncos.
May have been a little stalkerish.
The best day of your life. Broncos winning their first Super Bowl,
Have you ever met anybody that's close to the fandom that you have?
Close to the fandom that I have. I mean, I've met people that have said, but then usually I can ask them some questions, and then I'm like, I don't know if you're quite to the fandom that I am. But
I just didn't know if there were little competitions.
Well,
whenever you do little competitions.
There's big fans that I respect. Adrian Roth and his brother, Adrian, I think he used to own Woody's downtown or whatever, which was not by plan, but Elway's nickname is Wood. Woody's downtown. I was incorporated that, but those guys, we were driving up to the Hall of Fame, and we were driving through Chicago, and you drove through Chicago, AD. You know how big the highways are there, probably like 8-9 lanes wide.
Yeah.
And we look over to our right, and we see Adrian's dad driving the motorhome up, and so we're like carrying on a conversation driving down the freeway in Chicago. But those guys, they're up there in the Bronco allegiance up there. So
Yeah, Raff, per the text line, I got asked to do this.
Oh,
no. Pathetic! You are pathetic!
Shout out to Corn Stash.
Oh, yeah, it's been quite the ride. But to all these years, I've still yet to meet John Elway. That is my one thing I have yet to accomplish.
Do you think you'll do it before you die?
I used to think it was destined to happen. Now I'm starting to think it probably will not happen. I've had 3 opportunities to shake his hand, and all 3 times I failed miserably.
How do you feel?
What do you mean?
Okay, first time, went to back in the day before you'd go to a Denver Broncos game, you could walk right up to the players' cars. They have a fence around it now, and I walked right up, standing right next to John Elway. My dad's like, "Shake his hand, say something, shake his hand." Starstruck, couldn't say a word.
How old were you?
Wow,
dude, this was probably
4 years,
maybe
ago.
my sophomore year of high school.
4 years ago.
It was nuts. I mean, this is the guy.
Raff, so you were a sophomore in high school,
probably, and I couldn't.
And you were too starstruck to go say hello.
It was unreal. I was standing right next to him. I was standing right next to John Elway. So that was striking.
I feel sorry for you.
And I walked away, and my dad's like, "I cannot believe you didn't say anything." I'm like, "It was John Elway." So that was strike 1. Strike 2. This one hurt. This one hurts a lot. He's at the Hall of Fame, and at halftime, you know how they walk up. They used to have to walk up to the press box to get interviewed by the Monday Night Football crew, John Madden, and I think it was John Madden and Al Michaels at the time. He is walking up the crowd, and I'm right on the 50-yard line. He's walking right towards me, I put out my hand to shake John Elway's hand. And right as he goes to shake my hand, he sees somebody on his left, and I just see his hand go, "Woo!" And he shook the other person's hand on the left and then kept on walking. Strike 2.
Oh, boy.
That one hurts because you were close.
So then there was strike 3, which
you actually got the on strike 2. You actually got the reciprocation of he was about to
Oh.
shake your hand.
Yeah.
But then you weren't good enough.
Yeah.
Then you weren't good enough.
It was so close. And then strike 3, which I don't call strike 3. I call it strike 2.5 because it wasn't really totally legit. Was he spoke up in Omaha at the Salvation Army, the DJ Sokol Awards like 5 years ago. And I was like, "Oh my God, this is going to happen. I'm going to get the most, prestigious table. I'm going to meet John Elway." So I call up there and they're like, "Oh, well, we only got, one certain table, to purchase." So I purchased that. Well, that was the one that didn't get the VIP meeting with John Elway. So I took my dad with me. We get there and they're like, "So are you in the VIP or are you just the normal?" And I'm like, "Whoa, there was a VIP." So if I would have known that there was a VIP, I would have purchased the VIP. So yeah, that was frustrating. And then what made it even worse was Matt Davison and Scott Frost were sitting right next to Elway at the table, and I did not know that Davison was there until the very end. So I texted Matt, and Matt's like, "Oh, you should have let me know you were here. I would have." Oh, so yeah, that hurt.
Dang, Raff is reliving this and just
strike 2.5. So we'll continue on the quest. To shake hands with John Elway.
How many strikes are you willing to endure?
Oh man, this has been going on for he was a rookie in '83. So yeah, we're going on 40 years right now. The quest to meet John Elway.
Nick, play it, please. Pathetic, play it.
Which one? There's so many things I can play.
Play the pathetic.
You are pathetic.
I mean, my God.
I gave it all I had. I've done all I could.
No, you didn't give it all you had.
I choked when I was in high school. It was bad.
Joe B says, "I can picture Raff fanning his face as Elway walks by." Nyla says, "Stalkerish, right?"
What the heck?
Well, the first time I went to a Broncos game, he had his car lots up in Denver, and we stopped at the main car lot there in Inglewood. No, Aurora. I think it was Aurora Inglewood. I can't remember which one. So we stopped at his main one where he had his office up on like the second floor. And we met one of the dealers there, and he goes, well, I can take you upstairs. And my parents thought that John Elway was up in his office at that time. But we got up there and it was just his empty office. And I think I got to sit in his chair and all that stuff. And I'm just like, how can I be this close and this far away? 94 Nebraska, Colorado game, or 95, was it 95 Nebraska, Colorado game at Boulder. I was on the sidelines looking across the field, and John Elway was right across from me. I'm just like, you got to be kidding me.
I think this is the part of the clip I want to play. Hold on.
Oh, no.
Some crap like this deserves us all an apology, and I want it.
I apologize to all the listeners. It's 25 years from the greatest day of my life. Let me celebrate a little bit.
Hey,
I mean, we're 7 years out from the Broncos football.
This better not ever happen again. This committee needs to be redone, got done away with, whatever you want to call it. This is garbage.
I honestly, what I should do, I just need to go in and clip it and save it all, just so we have this part right here.
This is garbage.
The little sound at the end.
Oh, man.
I'm just glad that they didn't actually let him finish the word garbage before they played this out. I'm glad that they cut him off and they're just like everything is perfectly fine.
Oh
yeah,
man, Ralph,
that's good.
The quest for Elway continues.
Dude, I'm gonna have to make some phone calls for you, man. I mean, because I'm gonna just say, John, we got a dude that, he's like 6'8", 6'9", 260, 270. I promise you he's not gonna hurt you. He's not going to grab you by your head and say, my little John Elway, my little buddy Raff, I will hug you and rub you and keep you warm. My little John Elway.
All right, everyone. I think that's going to conclude the John Elway section of this.
Raff is like Lenny from Mice and Men. He pets the mouse so hard he about busted it, broke his neck.
Hello, John. How are you?
I've been waiting for this day forever.
All right, we're gonna send it to break. This is the drive.
Yes, please go to break. Please go to break.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Hey, it's Nicklin Hames from Nebraska Volleyball. I hate wasting time in practice, and I want to help you stop wasting your time when you're looking for an electrician. High Electric has been serving the area for over 30 years for both residential and commercial properties. They are experts in everything like remodeling, new additions, hot tub installation, and more. And they take jobs from Beatrice to Omaha and all towns, big or small, in between. Call them today at 402-466-6606 or learn more at high-electric.com.
Come see the state's largest display of John Deere equipment at Acres Ag and Turf Expo. Acres Ag professionals and suppliers will be on hand to discuss techniques from tillage and planting to application and harvest. Also, don't miss the full lineup of John Deere mowers and compact tractors. Join us at Grand Island Fauner Park February 21st and 22nd or the Lincoln Lancaster Event Center March 8th and 9th. Go to acres.com to request your free tickets today.
You were almost home when suddenly you find yourself battling off the germs that cause sore throats. Luckily, you've been training for this moment by staying up to date on vaccinations, washing your hands, disinfecting surfaces at home, and avoiding touching your face. And thanks to the great tips at catchgoodhealth.org, you're on your way to being the very best at staying well. Don't let the Pikachu damage your health this cold and flu season. Instead, start your training today at catchgoodhealth.org.
Attention all Wings fans. 89-cent wings are back on Tuesdays at Buffalo Wings and Rings in Lincoln. Enjoy the best wings in town for boneless or traditional at a price that makes the whole family happy. And now at the Williamsburg Village Wings and Rings, you can enjoy $1.50 tall boys in Bud Light, Coors Light, Busch Light, and Michelob Ultra every day after 7 p.m. and all day on Sundays. Get to Wings and Rings today and make sure to stop by on Tuesdays for 89-cent wings.
Joint pain can affect your quality of life and even be debilitating. Perhaps you've had trouble walking or even performing activities as simple as sitting down and standing up for years. There is good news thanks to QC Kinetics. QC Kinetics can assist with all types of pain in the knees, shoulders, hips, and other joints, whether due to an underlying chronic condition or a recent or even former accident or sports injury. Call QC Kinetics in Lincoln today at 402-205-4270 or go to qckinetics.com.
Every child has the ability to be successful and thrive in life, but sometimes they need your help. Big Brothers Big Sisters of Lincoln exist to help children unlock their potential by making meaningful matches between adult volunteers and young people. Right now, there are children just waiting for a mentor to step up and make an impact in their lives. Learn more online at bbslincoln.org. There are kids right here in Lincoln waiting to get started. Volunteer today and start something big.
My simple solution to the problem was remove people from the scene and help them feel safer.
In response to attacks against Asian Americans, Maddie Park raised over $250,000 to donate cab rides to the Asian community.
There is so much more work to be done. We really need to come together and tackle this issue as a community.
Support the Asian community. Learn how at lovehasnolabels.com. Brought to you by Love Has No Labels and the Ad Council.
The Empire brand is growing with ESC fabrication and sandblasting. ESC is your place for custom handrails, industrial and commercial painting, and more. ESC provides custom welding for aluminum and stainless steel and media blasting of all sorts. ESC is great attention to detail. They stick to deadlines and keep within your budget. If you can dream it, they can make it. Contact ESC Fabrication and Sandblasting in Waverly today at 531-207-9329. Shouldn't the landscape around your house reflect the architecture as well as the interior? Whether it's new construction or breathing life into an outdated landscape, let the teams at Tailored Landscapes, Tailored Lights, and Tailored Life combine as your local source for outdoor living. Schedule a meeting with one of our designers who listen during our consultations and combine your preferences, plus our experience to give you a timeless, sustainable, photo shoot-worthy landscape. Call us at 402-432-2572. Find us on any social media or at www.tailoredlandscapes.com, because when you find one company, you find the benefit of 3.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. This is The Drive with AD and Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hello. Good morning. Let's go. Let's go. Hello. Good morning. Hello. Good morning. Know you've been waiting.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket, proudly sponsored by Sandhills Global. Sandhills Global is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Career and internship opportunities are available at the global headquarters in Lincoln. Apply today at sandhills.jobs. Boom. Oh, my God.
Before we get back, AD,
this gets worse.
So right before we got back from commercial, Raff goes, maybe we'll have to clip the John Elway, then he'll want to meet me. And I go, or he'll look at his phone and be like, oh no, not this guy again. I need to vow to never meet him.
I'm your biggest fan.
I'm gonna go out of my way to not make sure I never meet this guy.
Oh man. Oh funny.
You know what, man? I just kept thinking about when Raff meets him, and he's going to see this big guy just petting him on his head really hard and just stroking his head. My little buddy John. He's going to be like this, security.
Get him out of here. Get him out of here. Now, I'll be.
Claytonia John sent in the thing for a meme from Dumb and Dumber that says, man, you are one pathetic loser.
Oh man, come on! It's 25
Oh,
years. It's in life. 25 years ago, I'm celebrating.
And with that, Claytonia, John, on that note,
Pathetic. You are pathetic.
You got that, Raff?
I got it. I understand.
Oh gosh. Well, here's what I'm gonna say. This is kind of fitting. I had something else, but I'm gonna change it up.
What are you gonna live for if you ever meet him? What's your goal in life then?
Oh. Well, I never thought about that.
What happens when this day comes?
God.
Maybe I just call it good.
Just call it good. It's over. It's over. I'm done with
My life is complete.
It's like in the scripture. I give up the ghost.
Oh my God.
Man.
My soul, I've met John Elway. I'm good.
Yep.
Done.
Take me.
Everything is complete. All right. Sorry to interrupt you.
All right,
Go ahead.
AD. Time to
man.
adjust.
I got to get my lips because my jaw's hurt from laughing, dog. I got to get myself together, man. Here's what I'm going to say, y'all, and I actually changed it up. Now, there is some comedy. We poke at each other all the time, poke at Raff, poke at me, poke at Nick, and we have some fun with it. But I will say the serious part of it, though, just even being down here and going through that trade show and me speaking for it, and my son Keenan working out for Under Armour. Folks, the first talk I did was in Seward, Nebraska, was for $50. First talk. The first paid engagement, more than 50, I drove clear out to Alliance, Nebraska. What they paid me, basically when I came back, I was almost in the hole because it was so little money to do it. And I remember as I walked into this place yesterday, one thing about when I speak in these places, folks, I still, we tease Raff, but I'm still like a kid at a candy store because I pinch myself. I'm like saying, I actually get the chance to do this. On the radio, me, Raff, and Nick don't take this for granted. We get to do this. We get to be able to share with each of you every morning. And that's a privilege for each of us. I know I speak for all of us. When I seen my son in his element, I was literally emotional. Raff knows I get emotional seeing things like that because when just seeing my boys was something he set out to do. He kept asking, he kept hustling, he kept grinding. He was a ball boy at Wilderness Ridge. He was applying for different positions, but he kept asking. He kept pushing. So, folks, here's the thing about we tease Raff about it, but I don't doubt that Raff will meet him. In fact, I'm going to make it sure because there's enough people that I know. I'm not just saying it's me, but unfortunately, the place that got those doors that God had opened up for me. I've met some people. And so when you go after something, don't take no for an answer. Don't take no for an answer. Maybe some of you listening to this right now have maybe, I don't know what it is, maybe it's career, maybe it's personal, I don't know. The only way that you quit is when you stop asking. I've always believed that persistence wears out resistance. Persistence wears out resistance. If you want something, go get it. Folks, and we tease a lot about hotels and stuff. I remember I slept in my freaking van when I first started speaking. I couldn't afford a hotel because I was packing that extra money they gave me for travel to put food on my table for my family. I didn't come from any money. My father made no more than $55,000 a year on a good year. 6 kids, himself, my mom to feed. That's not a lot of money now. It sure as heck wasn't a lot of money then. But he kept going. He kept going. I don't know what that thing is that you want, folks, but here's the reality. The only sure way not to get it is to quit. Persistence wears out resistance. Raff, we tease and joke. I'm going to make it. I'm serious. We're going to make that happen, Chief. Some way, somehow, we're going to make it happen. We know enough people.
I'm there too.
So, AD,
Yes.
I got a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Was it a minivan?
Dude, I had a 1981 conversion van. It was yellow. I call it an old yeller. And it was 3 on a tree. It was 3 on a tree. So a buddy of mine, I used to work, Turner Gill, got me a job working construction. And I met a guy named Chuck Leiniger. Okay. And Chuck Leiniger became one of my best friends, man. Good fun, good mentor. He's a very successful businessman. Sold his company, Millard Lumber, a number of years back. Works for another firm now doing, just a lot of stuff. But anyway, he gave me that van. And that van, man, I drove the smoke out of that dang thing, man. But that's all I could afford at the time, man. So I was just hustling and busting my tail off. I would sleep in my van sometimes on the road. So that old SNL
Down by the river
with Chris Farley living in a van down by the river. Yeah. Dude, that was this guy. That van took me all across Nebraska a number of times, man, before it just finally was able to get something else, man. But I never forgot, and I never will forget that. You know, I never will forget that. So, folks, if you want something, don't quit going after it. If you want it bad enough, your actions and behaviors will show how much you want it. All right. AD Attitude Adjuster. That was it for today, folks.
Awesome.
Time
All
to
right,
catch
guys. AD, you fly back tonight?
Yes, I'll be back tonight. I'll be in the studio tomorrow, but then gone again Friday. I know Nick is going to question, AD, are you really bought in? But I will be in the house tomorrow, baby.
All right, everyone.
Here one day, gone the next.
Well, Nick, I'm honestly may purposely miss my plane because it's 79 degrees right now.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure. It would have surprised me. Fix your MO. Fix your MO.
Well, great show. Happy 25th anniversary of the Denver Broncos. We will talk to you tomorrow. This is Drive 92.7, The Ticket.